Hi everybody, Ronnie here. Um, Today I'm gonna go and cover the basic tutorial that's actually uh, on Unity's site for the 3D game kit. Just to show you, this is it right here. If you go to Unity, um, right here, unity3d.com, you can get there by hitting Learn. Coming down, clicking on Learn More under Tutorials and Projects, and you've got the 3D Game Kit right here. All right, 3D Game Kit is really, really cool, and they've got a really good tutorial to get things started. So I'm going to go ahead and just work right through it. The first thing we want to do is, of course, create a project. Make sure that you are using 2018 or .1 or higher. And I just named my project 3D Game Kit Tutorial. Of course, it's going to be a 3D. I actually have the 3D Game Kit here in my assets, but I'm not going to import it just yet. I want to show you how to actually import it if you don't have it. So I'm going to go ahead and create project. That's my grandson, Xander, and my daughter, Brianna, along with, of course, Batgirl, Spider-Man, and Rocket Raccoon. Do, 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 do. Loading, loading, loading. Now, your loading may not take as long as mine. I publish to the Play Store and the Microsoft Store both. So uh, I have it set up to just load everything right off the bat. So right here we have our uh, the Unity window. Go to the Asset Store. You can go under Unity Essentials, Asset Packs, and it's not in the Asset Packs. Okay. Sample projects. Is that it? 3D Game Kit, right there. So you got to go ahead and yours might say download. Mine says import because, of course, I've already done this. So you're going to go ahead and download and import. Yes, let's do it. With that said, I've got a fairly stout computer. It's a couple years old, but this is a process. This the 3D game kit is gigabytes of data. Give me a second. Let me see if I can pull up exactly what we've got here. Let's see here. 3D game kit. So if we come here, it is 4 gigabytes of data. So that's a quite a good bit of data. If you create a a game using the 3D game kit, don't panic. Your final build will only use the assets that it is that it requires. Will only include the assets that it requires. With that said, you can see how fast things are moving here. Go ahead, get things started downloading and importing, and then in the meantime, go ahead and put this video on pause. Go get yourself a cup of coffee, take a walk, go to the mall, play a game of baseball. Whatever you got to do, it's gonna take a while, but once it's done, come back, unpause the video, and I'm going to actually pause while we're all right. So we are back, even with it already downloaded on my computer. The import took forever. So back to the scene. And here we go. So let's begin by creating a new scene. They've made a tool that can create a scene with everything that you need to have some ground and Ellen, our hero, able to run around and attack. So go to Kit Tools and create new scene. We'll give it a scene name, and we'll just call this tutorial and hit create. And look at all this stuff that just got put in here. We've got a terrain. Ellen's down there somewhere, I would guess, behind all this crap. All right. We got Pro Builder. Don't know how much we're going to need Pro Builder, but we'll throw it right there. And so the new scene shows the ground, Ellen, and some UI and game menus. At the top of the editor, press play. And there's Ellen. All right. We can rotate around her with the mouse. Movement keys are the WASD, just like always. Cool. She jumps. And left mouse click for attack. Right mouse click does nothing. And what happens if we jump off? There is a death zone. Yay. Okay, so hit escape to pause and out. That was pretty darn easy. So next we'll be adding a moving platform to our scene. All of the interactables are in prefabs interactables. So prefabs, interactables, and we have a moving platform. So click it and drag it into the scene. And let's go go ahead and hit the play button and see how big that is. It looks pretty darn big. It's pretty big, but we can get on it. I think I'll still scale it down just a little bit on the Y. We'll make it 0.5. I think that would probably do pretty well. In fact, let's just go ahead and make the whole thing just half sized. All right. Now, on the moving platform, we've got the endpoint tool. And navigate to the inspector. Use the preview position to slider to view where the platform will go. All right, so let's go ahead and zoom out a little bit, and we'll endpoint over here. Cool. In the simple translator component, tick the activate box. And press play, and our moving platform should be moving. There it is. Your moving platform will move up, well, sideways, and it will stop when it reaches the end of the path. Let's make this move back and forth. With the moving platform selected, navigate to the inspector in the simple translator script. Set the loop type to ping pong. Loop type. Ping pong. And once again, press play. Moving platform will now move to the top and come back down again, or move to the side. Aha! I have found an issue. All right, so when we hop on the moving platform, it keeps moving and we do not. All right, so what I would do right there is detect if Ellen is standing on the platform, and if she is standing on a moving platform, I would child her to that platform. That way she moves with the platform. It's not that difficult to do, but since my primary purpose here is to go through this tutorial, I'm going to hold that off for a later video. So now, in the 3D game kit, game commands send a signal to other objects in Unity, telling them to perform an action. What we'll be doing is opening a door using a pressure pad. So let's add a door to the scene. In the project window, go to Prefabs, Interactables, and find a door small and drag it into the scene view. Door small, right there. All right, so we'll drag that into the scene view. That will work. We'll put it closer to the edge. Okay. And the gizmos on this object can be overwhelming, no doubt. They can be adjusted to reveal only the transform tools or objects for easy placement. So with door small selected in the hierarchy, navigate to the inspector, click on the arrow on the simple translator component to collapse it. Boom. And only the transform tool for the object will now be visible. That is true. Let's go ahead and add a pressure pad. So once again, in prefabs, interactables, pressure pad, and we'll drag that into the scene view. Boom, just like that. Now we'll connect the pressure pad and the small door so that the door opens when Ellen steps on the pressure pad. So in the hierarchy, click on the pressure pad. And in the hierarchy, click and drag the door small to the interactive object slot on the send trigger event component on the pressure pad. So this is the interactive object. There's our door. And so we will drag it right there. In the scene view, there should be a white arrow connecting the two. There it is. The pressure pad will illuminate and descend and make the door open when Ellen steps on it. So let's go ahead and hit play and give that a shot. There we go. Nice. It does not it's a one-time trigger though, by the looks of it. Let's see if there's a well, I do not see anything that will tell it to return to its unstepped state afterwards. But moving on, there are 3 pre-made enemies in the 3D game kit. They can be found under prefabs, characters, and enemies. So we got prefabs, characters, and enemies. Chomper, Grenadier, and Spitter. Chomper is a close-range melee enemy, Spitter is a long-range projectile enemy, and Grenadier is a boss-type entity with specific attack patterns of a mix of projectile, melee, and shield burst defense. So let's place a Chomper in the scene for Ellen to fight. All right, let's come up here and grab a view of the area. And so go ahead and grab Chomper. Drag him into the scene view. That didn't, oh. Grab Chomper. Bring him into the scene view. There he is. The large dark blue semicircle that appears in front of Chomper is his detection radius. When Ellen walks into the area, he will chase and attack her. So let's reduce this area. Duh. So with Chomper selected in the hierarchy, go to the Chomper behavior component, expand the player scanner, that's right here, and change the detection radius to 3. That's better. Slide the detection angle slider to 180 degrees. Or you can just type it in, 180. Now Chomper can only see what's in front of him and at a much closer distance. I want him to kind of face Ellen though, so I'm going to turn him. There we go. And if we collapse the Chomper behavior script, we get rid of that gizmo. Nice. So we're going to press play. It's Chomper. He's trying to come, but he can't because there's no nav mesh. You can see that right here in the console. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll add a nav mesh surface to the plane. So we'll come down here. There's a plane. Add component. And go with a nav mesh surface. Nice. So on the nav mesh surface, we want to set the agent type to Chomper. Set include layers to nothing. And then in the include layers, we will select environment and vegetation. Now we'll hit bake. And we've got a nav mesh. And so hit and play again, and he's kind of cute. Whoa! Oh, and he's gone. Okay, the attack works. Chomper will die after one hit. So to increase this, we will once again select Chomper. Go to the damageable component, and on his hit points, we will change that to 3. Since Ellen's staff deals 1 hit point, that means it will take 3 hits to kill Chomper. Let's give that a shot. One, 2. Oh, I guess that was actually 3. I like that death effect as well. We can inflict damage on objects that have a damageable component using a contact damager. We can demonstrate how this works by using a box and Chomper. So in the prefabs, go to interactables, and destructible box. Drag it into the scene view and use the translate tool to push it above Chomper. Put it pretty good ways above Chomper. Okay. Place it high so you have a chance to view it in testing. And press play. All right, that didn't do anything. Well, fell down, hit Chomper, and rolled off. And nothing happened. So, in the hierarchy, click the arrow next to the destructible box and expose its children. Select the destructible box child. And in the inspector, whoops, scroll to the bottom and add a component. The component we will add is a box collider. All right. And on the box collider tick is trigger. Now we're going to add another component, and this is going to be the contact damager. There it is. And set the amount of damage to 3. And set the damage layers to enemy, not level. Back to nothing. And enemy, enemy, enemy. There we go. Okay. Now, if we hit play, the box should kill Chomper. Boom. That was kind of destructive. All right. The box will land on Chomper. It will lose its health, turn into its ragdoll state, and the box will bounce away. We have successfully caused enough damage to kill Chomper, but this effect doesn't look great. We can actually make this box break when it hits Chomper, thus the name Destructible Box. It already has a contact damager, so let's adapt it to affect the box. In the hierarchy, find Chomper and select it. In the inspector, scroll to the bottom of the inspector and hit add component and search for a contact damager, which we've got right there. In the contact damager component, set the amount to 1, and the damage layers will be enemy. And let's run it again. Nice. I like destructible objects. So the box falls, hits Chomper, breaks on contact, and Chomper dies. Now in the game kit, there are all the environmental objects that were used to build the example game. You can find these in the prefabs/environment. Here we go. Dropship, rock, stonework structures, vegetation, water, clouds, and skybox. Skybox. Woohoo. Wow, that's weird. Okay. I like it. So take some time and build out a scene. What kind of world can you create? That's a good question. Let's give us some place for Ellen to go after she opens the door. So let's see what we've got here. We got structures, bridge, see how this looks. All right, let's make it a little bit narrower. So that's the x-axis. Let's go to 0.8. There we go. Nice. I like it. And select the plane and rebake the nav mesh. Nice. That moves the nav mesh out onto the bridge. Well, let's see how this works. Sweet. I think that the door and the bridge definitely need to come down. So door and bridge selected. Let's reduce their height so that we don't have to jump to get through the door. Test and see how that works. Nice. That works. And let's turn off our destructible box. I'm going to leave it there. I just want to turn it off so that I can grab Chomper and see if he'll follow me out there. All right, he's interested. Whoops, lost the heart. Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. Should open that first. And he's stuck. Bye-bye. All right. That's pretty cool. All right. Now there is a rock and vegetation painter. So to further spruce up the scene, The rock painter and vegetation painters are there. These tools allow you to place vegetation and rocks with varying sizes and rotations while keeping them aligned with the surface that you're painting on. To use these tools, let's open this up. So to use these tools, in the hierarchy, locate the vegetation painter. Vegetation painter. Click on the down arrow to expand its children, and click on ground cover. Hover the mouse over the ground in the scene view and left click to place some grass / lily pads where you want them. Nice. You can change the type of object being placed. So to do this, go to the inspector. In the instance painter component, there are pictures of each prefab in the painter. That's these right here. Click on the white highlighted box to select the prefab to paint with. And the selected prefab will be gray. Nice. Controls for the painter can be found at the top of the instance painter component right here. Stamp is left click, erase is control left click, rotate shift and scroll, or middle button. Brush size alt and scroll. Or square brackets. Density plus or minus equals. Scale is period and / and space is randomize. Okay. So now in the hierarchy, expand ground cover. Wow. There's a whole bunch of ground covers. They're all ground cover 3. Oh, that's everything that I just put in there. Got it. Every object of that type from the paint will be stored here as a child. You can also click on these individually to edit them in place. Nice. The process is the same to paint vegetation small, medium, and large. So, small. Get rid of that one. And medium. And large. Wow, that's large. Okay. That's actually kind of cool. And there's different things that you can paint. Painting rocks is done in exactly the same way. So find the rocks painter, expand it, and we've got rocks small. And we've got 3 rocks here. Check each of them out. Might be able to set up some sort of path doing that. Whoops. The last couple I want to get rid of. Delete. 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 I think that should just about do it. All right. That way they're not sitting on the trigger. I don't know how that would work. So let's go ahead and hit the play button. See what this looks like. Nice. It's actually really nice. I like that. And I assume that we can, just like with the terrain tool, the regular terrain tool, that we can add in our own grass and vegetation and rock textures that can take advantage of this. Nice. Okay. And there is a teleporting system in the game kit. We can teleport Ellen to other levels or to different places within your scene. So let's go ahead and create a teleporter. In the project window, go to Prefabs, Environment, Structures. Oh, that's right where I was. And Huge Gateway Teleporter. Or Gateway Huge Teleporter. There we go. And let's put it in here. Let's put it at the end of the bridge. It gives her a reason to run out the bridge. Wow, that's big. Okay, so we need to scale this down. Let's see here. 0.2. 0.2. 0.2. That seems a little bit better. Oops. Let's come in here. We will center this a little bit. That doesn't look too bad. Kind of got to step up. Looks like it's just about built in. I like it. That works out good. Okay, so in the hierarchy, expand the Gateway Huge Teleporter to expose its children. There they are. Select the teleport plane, and in the inspector, click Add Component, Box Collider. And turn that to Is Trigger. Then hit Add Component, and we're going to make this teleporter. Nice. And in the teleporter component, change the layer to player. Yeah, player. In the hierarchy, locate the checkpoints. Checkpoints. Ah, there we go. Checkpoints. And expand it so we can see its children. There's a checkpoint. With the teleporter plane selected in the hierarchy, drag checkpoint, the child, into the destination transform field of the teleporter component. Destination transform. And in the hierarchy, find and expand Ellen to reveal her children. Ellen. And find respawn particles. Right there. Drag the respawn particles into the enter effect of the teleporter and the exit effect of the teleporter. Enter and exit. And then press play. Give it a test and run through the teleporter. All right. And there's a rock floating in the air here. But we'll go ahead and just test the teleporter. Nice. All right, you need to die. I like that. It's kind of instantaneous.
I'm not sure.
Thank you, Alexa. But I see over here we do have a delay time. So let's go with 1.5. Let's see if what that does. That did nothing. All right. Way to go. So most objects within the kit play with the event system seen in the pressure pad setup. Explore the existing scenes and in the gameplay to see how other objects are set up using the command system levels 1 and 2. And see the components documentation for details of all the components and their parameters. That is pretty cool. So, let's go ahead and save our scene. And I think this is really cool. This has got a lot of potential to really help out building building a 3D platformer type game like this, or you could use it for a platformer, an RPG. A nice place to start. I like this. Of course, going forward, there are other things that are included in the 3D game kit. There are actual scenes let's go ahead and hit the start scene. And let's see how this looks. And that's actually got the game itself that they built. I think there's only like 1 or 2 levels in here, but this is really kind of cool. And I strongly suggest that you check out the everything that's in here. Dropship. It does have a lot to offer. Yeah, that's the edge of the world. Yay. Whoops. Can't go in there. So instead, let's go over the bridge. There we go. And there's our weapon. These are destructible. Look. Woohoo. And there's some chompers. But yes, nice. Nice. So yeah, go ahead and check out the everything that the 3D Game Kit has to offer. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and I will see you with the next one.